Coming up next, are you the reason that you're unhappy at work? We'll dive into this. And then a record number of Americans quit their job in September. We'll give you the updated numbers. And of course, we take your calls. And it all starts right now. All right, folks, welcome to the Ken Coleman Show. I'm coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. Thrilled that you're joining us because you joined a conversation about you, specifically what you were created to do. There is purpose in all of us. There is purpose for all of us. Relational purpose and professional purpose. And we focus on the professional purpose because you are needed. You were created to fill a unique role in your work. You were needed. You must do it. There are people out there that need you to show up and be you. Your greatness is in your uniqueness, in your unique assembly of talent, passion, and mission. Your unique time in history, your unique audience that you can connect with and can help. And by the way, when you're on purpose in your work, watch how your personal life gets measurably better. 844-747-2577. Welcome to everybody that's hanging out or will be hanging out in the chat room. If you're watching later, you can catch us live on YouTube, of course, every day, noon Eastern Standard Time. Thrilled to have you with us. We're going to dive in today to, I think, something that we don't ask enough. And I was talking with the team about this. I said, you know what? We need to unpack this. So here's the question. Is it possible that you're the reason you're unhappy at work? I mean, we spend the majority of our time on this show talking about why you're unhappy, or those of you that are unhappy. Some of you are happy and you just want to keep moving up. But for those of us that discuss, you know what, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not happy at work, we spend a lot of time looking at the external circumstances. Leader, coworkers, it's not a good fit for you. It's not in your sweet spot where you're using what you do best to do work you love, to produce results that matter. So we spend a lot of time on that, and we need to continue to do so. But it occurs to me that sometimes we are the common denominator. And there's growth here. So don't check out for a moment. I'm not going to beat up on anybody. It's just you and me. Nobody knows we're talking about this, right? But I think we got to look at this. All right, let's just set the context. 15% of the world's 1 billion full-time workers are engaged at work, based on multiple studies. Now, engaged is the operating word here. Didn't say they're okay with their work. They're happy. They're fine with it. I think there's a lot of people that are okay and fine with their work, their job. But engaged? No, engaged is committed. Engaged is active, enthusiastic, growing. So that means that if we look at the rest of the numbers, 30% engaged. This means that roughly 70% of American workers aren't engaged. It's a Gallup poll. Slightly over 50% of Gen Xers said that they're happy. 57% of millennials are very happy at work, making them the happiest generation. 22% of Gen Zers, this is the young generation below the millennials or after the millennials, said they're either unhappy or hate work, making them the most unhappy generation. There's so many reasons for this. Pay is not where you want it to be. Horrible boss, annoying coworkers, all the things. But it's also possible that you could be the reason you're unhappy. It could be you. It could be you related. So let's look at some things we need to ask to figure out, am I the common denominator? And therefore, I need to be aware of some things and adjust. So here would be the questions that you can ask to determine, is it me? And can I make some changes that will then make me absolutely happy and engaged at work? First one is, am I neglecting my emotional, physical, and relationship well-being? Listen, we get calls all the time from people that are feeling burned out. And the job is obviously a part of it. But they themselves, and we've counseled them on this, can do some things to make changes to then improve your emotional well-being, the mental well-being, which has physical effects. And if I'm fried all the time from my work, that has an impact on my relationships. So are you taking time to counteract maybe a lot of stress and a lot of pressure at work? Because you can do that. You can, and you must. Are you taking care of yourself? Secondly, are you being honest with your leadership about what's going on? So many of us are afraid of a difficult conversation that we just won't do it at all. We're afraid. We don't want to be seen as somebody who's complaining or somebody who can't do their job. But we feel there's always something negative on the other side of communicating clearly with our leaders. And folks, that's not true. And there's a way to do it. I can coach you up on how to do it, but you got to be honest and humble. Don't complain. Communicate. There's a difference between communicating and complaining. Communication is about clear. Clear. I tell you, here's what's going on. I want to fix it. I need your help. Do they know? Because if they know, then they have a chance to react. Now, if they don't react and they don't help, now we know this is a sign they're not going to and you need to leave. But you got to take a shot. And then the third thing is the job? Is it intentional and on purpose for you beyond the paycheck? If it's a day job, but it's on the right ladder and moving you in that fifth stage that we talk about in our 7 stages, get promoted, then great. It's an on-purpose job because it's where I have to be now in order to get to the ultimate next. But if it's not either one of those, meaning it's not on the right ladder or it's not the actual dream job, which, by the way, the dream job is defined simply. I'm using my talent, what I do best, to perform my passion, work that I really love, to produce my mission, results that I connect to personally. That's the definition of the dream job. The income is there and the impact is there. That's the dream job. So, are you in a place that you're doing that kind of work or you're headed towards that work and then it's a great and healthy culture? These are questions you got to ask because this could be related directly to you. And if it's you, I got good news. You can make the changes that you need to make. So see, are you the common denominator? Walk through this. Hey, listen, rewind this. Watch it back. Take notes. Dive in. Get the answers. And then you know what you can do. And that's empowering because you know that you can make changes. Listen, you focus on what you can control. And if you are the common denominator in your unhappiness, great news. You can control that. 844-747-2577. Real quick reminder, we're going to get to this later in the program. People are moving at record numbers to new jobs, and it's still a hot market. More jobs available still than people unemployed, and people know it, and they're moving. And my friends at ZipRecruiter are helping millions of people get jobs. Number one hiring site in the United States. Why I endorse them? Because of the ease of which you can work with them. It's another strategy, another connection. One-click profile, load the resume up. They begin to work for you while you are working and doing other things. It's not time-consuming. You're not filling out and submitting resume after resume after resume. You go to ZipRecruiter.com/Ken, create a profile, upload the resume. They start recruiting for you, pitching you, connecting you to companies that have jobs that match your profile. You get updates on when you get looks, when you get likes, and when they ask for your contact information. It's the easiest way to get hired. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. Go today. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's free. I'm not even telling you or asking you to buy anything. There's no strings attached. Companies are paying them. They need talent. My audience, you folks are talented. You know what you want. Go get it. ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. All right, the phone number to jump in, 844-747-2577, 844-747-2577. We did an Instagram Live right before we went on the show today. At Ken Coleman to follow me on Instagram, Ken Coleman Show on Facebook. Great communities over there. So I want to say hi to some of the Instagrammers who came over and joining us here on YouTube. So feel free to jump in. It's a free phone call. You can change your name and location, industry, whatever you need to change if it is a sensitive call in nature, and a lot of these are. And so we will protect you. Amanda's the best in the business, and she'll get you going. 844-747-2577. Salt Lake City, Utah, is where Matt joins us. Matt, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Matt, I'm living the dream. What are you doing?
I am trying to do so.
I like it. I like it. How can I help?
Yeah, so I'm in kind of a different predicament because I'll be honest, I'm in a very blessed situation. I have a
Good.
job that pays the bills, has pretty good benefits, and I've been there for 8 years. I've been able to perform at the high level of top 10%, sometimes 5%. But I feel like while it's a good job, I feel guilty for thinking that it's also soul crushing to an extent, because I find myself just not caring about what's going on and about doing the job, other than just, hey, I got to support my family and I got to keep working at it. So my question really is, how do you? I don't know if there is a job out there that I would like. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm afraid
come on.
to leave this job that.
Come on.
I
Matt.
really don't, because I don't know if you ever heard of the yellow personality. They say that there's no job. They won't be happy in any job.
Whoa. Okay. You're throwing a lot at me. All right?
Yeah, sorry.
And I'm glad. No. I'm glad you called. I don't want to argue with you, but I want to challenge some things that you've come to me with. Is that okay?
Sure.
I have never heard of this yellow personality thing and this awful conclusion, and by the way, incorrect conclusion, and I'll prove it in a second, that people who have this so-called yellow personality, is that what you said? That they'll never find a job that they love? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Where did you get this nonsense? Where did this nonsense come from? I'm serious. Where did it come from?
I don't know the exact source of it, but like there's things online. You could get like a red personality, blue, yellow, or white, and they're just different personalities. And they talk about, different jobs that you would be good at. Like red's very authoritarian, very good at like leading and whatnot.
What does yellow say?
Passive. Yellow's like a fun-loving kind of person. That's kind of always felt like I was, is a fun-loving person, but I don't know if it's just a personality flaw. I mean, because I do believe people can change, but
Bro,
they kind of
stop,
just say that.
Stop for a second. What did it say about people with yellow personalities in work? I need to know the nonsense that you've allowed in your head. I need to know what it said.
Gee, I wish I had that.
Summarize it.
Here.
Summarize it.
Just that it's difficult for them to be able to find work that they like. I can't remember.
Okay,
I guess I should have been more prepared.
No. It's fine. That's a bunch of garbage. It's a bunch of garbage.
Okay.
It's a bunch of garbage. I want to know why this is soul sucking for you. I want you to be as specific as you can. This current job.
Okay.
Why is it soul sucking?
Well, I'm in customer service, and while I do believe that it's been good for me because I can deal with difficult people now fairly easy. It's also dealing with difficult people it's in the stock market even, so dealing with difficult people who want answers right now, who want it exactly the way they want it now. They won't leave until you get it done. And I try and make someone's day, but after a while, it's just like, I don't feel like I'm really making anyone's day.
Yeah,
and I want to be able to make people happy.
Oh boy, now we got somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. The reason it's soul sucking is because you're dealing with complaints all day long. Not only are you just dealing with complaints all day long, there's very little that you can do to make them happy. And it feels like your work is not making a difference, almost like it's futile. Is that true or false?
Yeah, I mean, I
true
think it's
false?
making a difference.
Okay.
I think probably more true than false, yeah.
Okay. I know it's making a difference, but the point is your feelings are you feel like you're getting gravel kicked in your face most of the day, every day. True or false?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah. All right. Now we're at the source of what's causing the soul sucking. That's very important. Then you gave us a clue. You said, I want to make people happy. That fun-loving personality that this awful personality profile online diagnosed you with, and then dared to take your personality type and suggest that you'll never find work you love. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. I'd love to debate them online and show them how abysmally awful that conclusion is, and it has labeled you, and you've believed the label. But the reality is there are things that you're really good at. True or false?
Yeah, I mean, I do believe I am good at
strength. I want you to tell me.
I've done the Strength Finder.
I believe in Strength Finders, but I've created a way better assessment. Because you know what Strength Finders did? It just told you what your premium tools are, which is what you're good at.
Right.
But it didn't tell you what you love, and it didn't help you see the missional results. I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to give you a link to my Get Clear Career Assessment. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you at the end of this call so that you take it and get more verification. But let's take a quick stab at the process between you and me. I'm going to coach you through it very quickly, and then you can take the assessment, spend more time with it. You're going to get a purpose statement, and then you're going to be able to go find plenty of jobs and career paths and even dream jobs that are on purpose for you. Now, here's where we're teaching. Purpose in our work is found when we use what we do best, our talent, to do work we love, passion, to produce results that matter to us, mission. When talent, passion, and mission are all in alignment, you're on purpose. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, talent,
All right.
passion, and mission.
Yeah,
Okay.
so here's the deal. Let's do a quick thing here. I want you to just speak from the top of your heart. You've done Strength Finders in your own words. Give me what your top talents are.
So people person, positivity, problem solving, adaptability, and positivity.
Okay, so I hear lots of positivity. I hear adaptability.
I might say that twice.
You did, but that's okay. What kind of problems do you most like to solve? I'm guessing they're people problems, or are they process problems? Are they thing problems? Are they idea problems?
I think it is people. Whenever I'm in a job but I'm not with people, I feel like I get bored and sleepy.
Yep.
So I am pretty positive with people,
Yep.
other people, but not so much with myself. So I do think it would be, making other people happy.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like.
Yeah, there's no
something I could
question.
do
You've already
well.
said that. I think you need to be in a job that is service-driven. And it's less about the nasty, hairy problem. It's more meeting a need. And the response is they're so incredibly grateful because you're helping meet a key need in their life. They're not coming to you from a place of anger. They're coming to you from a place of need, and you step in and fill the need. How does that sound to your heart when I say it that way?
I guess it would a bit depend on what the need is, but yeah, it
I
seems
understand.
like it would be something.
So I want you
I'd
to
be good
answer
at.
that question. Who are the people that if I guaranteed you great interaction, energy because you're dealing with people all day long, and great success, I guarantee you great success, who would be the people that you'd most want to help starting tomorrow? Think of them. Get a picture in your mind. You got
It
them?
might sound a little funny.
No.
But I would want to help the people of Cambodia. Actually, I served a mission for my church there for 2 years and learned to love them and their way of life. And they're some of the most poorest, but some of the happiest people.
Okay.
Maybe even just underserved, people who are trying to get a leg up, but just can't quite get there.
Bingo. The clue in Cambodia is the clue wherever you are, whether it's Salt Lake City or Cambodia, whether it's the day job, the dream job, or missional stuff that you do on your own time. You just found the answer. The people you want to help. The answer is, and you can define this deeper later, the people you most want to help are those who are behind the 8 ball of life, underserved, nothing of their control, in most cases, poverty, generational poor decisions. They're the product of that. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think so.
There it is. Now listen, the problem you want to solve for them, you've got to dive into this. You know the people, they have lots of problems, true or false?
Yep.
All right. So
True.
you can't help them with all of their problems, true or false?
No, that's correct.
So now we got to dive in. What's the unique set of problems that you most connect to? That's what you got to answer next. You know who they are. You know where they are, whether it's in Salt Lake City or in Cambodia. What's the unique problem that you get the most fired up about solving? It hurts your heart the most. It pulls you in. And then once you figure out that, now you go, what are the solutions? There's multiple solutions usually to those problems, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So what do you get most excited about providing? And it's going to be service oriented. It's going to be people interaction. It's going to be knee to knee, eyeball to eyeball. That's your jam. True or false?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. So Matt, here's the deal. That's the kind of work that you need to be doing because you'll never be bored and you'll never lose the juice. And that's why that stupid personality thing you saw online, you need to delete it from your brain because you will be more than happy. You will experience true joy and true passion and a sense of mission when you are serving those types of people. Now you just got to figure out the problem and the solution, and that's not going to be difficult because you need to look, where are those people in Salt Lake City or around the world? Where are they? Who's serving them? How can I plug into that and make a living? And that's what you got to figure out. This is a straight research project, but here's the deal. To give you more confidence, I'm going to give you a link right now. Amanda, let's give him a link and a code to the Get Clear Career Assessment, which is at kencoleman.com. It is going to give you a detailed report on talent, what you do best, passion, the work you love, and mission, results that matter to you. It's going to give you, I filled in all the answers. I got the answers. You got to answer the questions. And then your report, very detailed, will then turn into a purpose statement where you'll be able to see and read for the first time in your life, for many of you, a very clear purpose statement. That when you read it, you go, that is me. Tens of thousands of people have already taken it. The reviews are unbelievable. It's for you, my friend Matt. Take it. And then as you see the purpose statement, what do you do next? You now begin to look, where can I do that out there in the real world? Who's serving those people in that way? How can I go do that? And then we begin to figure out the next stage. How do I get qualified? How do I get connected so I can get started, eventually get promoted, and eventually get the dream job so I can work and live like no one else and give myself away? 844-747-2577 is the number. Benjamin joins us now in Huntsville, Alabama. Benjamin, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. How can I help?
So I am having a hard time moving up in a career, and I have getting really frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I went to college, had a lot of college experience, and I was not able to finish. And from what I've been told, the fact that I did not complete college has been a negative in me moving up in a career. And I kind of don't know what to do.
Well, is it true? Is there evidence that without the degree you can't move up? Or is it just their opinion and their particular preference?
I think it's their opinion and particular preference. But
okay. Well, so we need to be absolutely clear about that, right? Because I've said on this program, and I'll say it to you, if a college degree or a graduate level degree is the only way to get where you want to go, then you do it. But you cash flow it. You take your time with it because the dream is not going to go anywhere. If it's the only way, you do it. If it's the best way, I'm going to do it. But if it's not the only way or the best way, and there's some evidence here that you believe says that it's not the only way, do you think there's evidence that it's the best way?
No.
Well, see, I'd go collect more evidence to where you go, all right, I know that I know that I know, especially in 2021. Do you know what's going on with the talent Cold War? I mean, it is an arms race for companies to get talent. Are you talented, Benjamin?
Oh, yeah.
Are you experienced?
So. Yes.
Okay, what is it that you want to do? What is the next step, the next 2, 3, 4 rungs? What is it?
I would like to be in some type of marketing or management style role.
Okay, great. So that's leading people that are marketers, yes?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, you don't need a degree for that.
Okay.
So, dude, your time is almost done at this current place. Can we agree on that?
Yes, yes.
You've asked for promotions how many times?
At least 20 plus, probably.
And they've never promoted you, or they have, or they haven't? What's the story?
They haven't. I mean...
Hey, dude, listen to me. Let's rewind. Okay, let's go back to high school. Let's pretend we're high school buddies for a moment. Can we role play?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Hey, Ben. It's Ken. You know that girl I've been wanting to ask out? I've asked her out. You want to know how many times I've asked her out, Ben?
How many times?
20 times.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. She hasn't said yes yet. Do you think I should ask her out again?
Probably not.
Yeah, it's good advice. Okay, back to present time.
Okay.
Ben?
Yes.
We got to figure out what you need to do to be more promotable.
Okay.
Some of this is on you, some of this is on them. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
What do you think you need to do? Have they given you any feedback to say, hey, Ben, if you do this, this, and this, we would definitely think you're qualified? Have they ever done that for you?
Not per se. Usually it comes back to say something about experience, but mostly education level.
Okay.
You didn't finish the degree, so we don't think you have enough skills and knowledge.
They don't. You know what? There's a movie I watched one time. It comes to mind. It's popping in my head. And I think it's called She's Not That Into You. I think it's like a rom-com I've watched with Stacy. It's She's Not That Into You. Guess what? Your movie title today is They Aren't That Into You. And it sucks. Okay. It sucks. But you know what?
What?
There's more fish in the sea, right? Don't you remember your mom or dad saying that to you the first time you got broken up with? Oh, there's more fish in the sea. I suppose that's supposed to help. But there is some truth there. There are more companies out there. And Benjamin, you've got experience and you've got talent. I think you need to do a true self-assessment. And listen, don't even tell them you're planning to leave. But I'd go to them and go, will you shoot me really straight? It is not going to hurt my feelings. I really want to know, besides the education, where are some areas that you think I could be better and get better? This is great information for you to take with you. And then you've got to get serious about proving that you can lead people. Because you don't need a degree to lead. You just need to start leading people. And so I'd go somewhere that needs somebody desperately, and you jump in and you learn how to lead. You got me?
Oh, yeah.
And you start listening to the Entre Leadership Podcast, one of the greatest podcasts in the world in the leadership space. I used to host it. It's a part of our Ramsey network. You start reading books on leadership. Get Dave Ramsey's Entre Leadership book. In fact, I'm going to give you a copy right now. I'm going to give that to you, all right? And you listen.
Awesome.
You do everything you can to get better as a leader. And listen, all you've got to do to lead is to care for people. Ask them how they're doing in their real life, their personal life, and ask them how you can help them win. You do that, Benjamin, you can be a good leader. Do you feel me?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So start looking for leadership positions in the marketing space right now, and you're probably going to get a raise.
Okay.
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Believe. You got to do something about this. Listen, it's very interesting. We opened up the show going, are you part of the problem? I'm going to tell you something. Benjamin's got to do, and some of you got to do what Benjamin's doing. It's going, at some point, do I think there's unhealthy leadership above him? Yeah, because I don't think they're handling him the right way. I do. I think healthy leadership goes, hey, dude, we've turned you down 20 times. First of all, I should never get there. After the third time that Benjamin asked for a promotion and they believe that he's not promotable, good, healthy leadership tells him why. And it's not, well, you need a degree. That's a cop-out. That is an easy way for a pathetic, weak leader to kick the can down the road. It's like the girl who tells you, I'm so sorry to break up with you. It's not you, it's me. Total lie. She's lying. She likes another person. It is you. You aren't as cool or as attractive or as fun or as likable as the other guy she's now into. But she didn't tell you that. And leaders don't tell you this usually. Leaders lie to you. And so when leaders say, well, Benjamin, thank you. You're such a good guy. We feel like you don't have the educational requirements necessary and the experience. Sorry. They are breaking up with you. Because if they care for you, they go, what my wife has done to me in nearly 24 years of marriage. Hey, Ken, I love you. You're blowing it right now with me. You're blowing it with the kids. You're not doing this. I need this from you. That's a person who loves me. A person who loves me and values me and cares for me will shoot me straight and say, this is what I need from you. And so leaders will go, hey, Benjamin, we like you. We love you. We need this from you. And if we get this from you, relationship is restored, right? Relationship is positive. You've got opportunities. They're not doing this. 20 times, they're just not that into you. That could be a future segment where people call us. Hey, we get that call a lot. Ken, should I stay or should I go? Well, give me the facts. Okay, I've ruled. They're just not that into you. They have broken up with you and you haven't seen the signals. Hey, will you go out with me? By the way, did you hear his reaction when I flipped it on him? I said, hey, yeah, Ben, I've asked this girl out 20 times. She hasn't said yes. Did you hear him? He went, ooh. You know what was going on there? The realization. He finally realized it. They're not that into me. And by the way, I don't want to minimize that. That sucks. Can we just own that? It sucks. But you know what? I've told this story on the air before of the girl who dumped me in college. Boo-hooed like her mom had died. I literally thought something was wrong with one of her parents, the way the conversation started out. I thought she was about to tell me that somebody close to her died. And then she went on to tell me that it was breaking her heart to dump me. And I've told that story a million times. Now, that sucked. But I can tell you now, I don't feel it anymore. I remember that it sucked. I have no pain. I don't care. I'm glad I didn't marry her, for heaven's sakes. Okay? By the way, she's the one regretting it now. Trust me. Her husband cleans pools. This is a true story. Uh-oh, there it is. I probably shared too much. Oh, well, I assume she doesn't listen or watch the show. But you know what? Here's the deal. I've moved on, right? You need to move on, too, from these companies. It's okay. Move on. Somebody out there will love you. Oh, man, that's good stuff right there. All right, quick break. We got more to get to. Don't move. Good stuff coming your way. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
We were drawn to Christian healthcare ministries because we both had young families and we wanted to have more children. And we had also just started a real estate company and needed to find healthcare coverage that would meet our needs.
We were attracted to CHM because of its low monthly costs and the ability to negotiate medical costs down.
Established in 1981 and accredited by the Better Business Bureau, CHM is here to meet the needs of your growing family or small business. Check us out at chministries.org.
We absolutely believe in it.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show. I was talking to the team during the quick break. We're going to come up with they're just not that into you, some kind of fun art. We got to come up with something just to tell people, go, hey, I'm sorry, they're just not that into you. Oh, boy, it happens to us all. Happens to us all. Hey, you know what I'm excited about? We are just beginning the process of filling a void that you hear me talk about regularly on this show. And that's training you to get jobs that you don't need a degree for. Oh, yeah, Ramsey, we're sticking the toe in the water here. You know me, I want to do a cannonball splash, but the team's very wise. Easy, Ken. So we're doing something fun. Here's the deal. Thursday, November 18th, that's 2 days from now, we are hosting a project management crash course. It's free. This is a fun webinar that's free. I'm joined by our Ramsey Solutions Chief Technology Officer, Brendan Wojko, who leads all of the project managers at Ramsey. We got a bunch of them. Why are we doing this? Because project management is a great career path. It's versatile. It's valuable. And some of you are thinking, oh, wait a second, that might be a great sweet spot gig for me where I can use what I do best, those organizational skills, organization and execution and communication would be 3 top talents for a project manager. And I love the work of finishing, solving, planning. Those would be great passions for somebody who's going to thrive in project management. And I care deeply about solution and efficiency. Those would be great mission results. By the way, those words I just plugged in straight from the Get Clear Career Assessment. So project management could be a great career for some of you. Some of you are in project management and you want to get promoted. Hello, stage 5. Some of you are there. I want you to get promoted. This show is not just about helping you get clear. I want you to get promoted, right? Hello. And so this is going to be a great event. It's free. Here's the deal. Text the word project to 33789. Text the word project to 33789. Spread the word, by the way. If you know somebody that might be interested in this, it's a free webinar. We'll get you all the details. If they or you text in the word project to 33789, that's Thursday, November 18th, the project management crash course. I'm involved right there in the webinar. It's going to be a lot of fun, so check that out. 844-747-2577 is the number to jump in if you want to join the conversation. But right now, I told you the numbers were coming. Is the Great Resignation. All these people making significant job changes Is it continuing? Let's find out in the news. All right, so here's the latest. U.S. job openings did ease down, this is unbelievable, to 10.4 million jobs available. It was in that 10.7, 10.8, okay? But the number went up for people leaving jobs. August was the previous record. 4.3 million people left. You ready for this? September said, hold my beer. 4.4 million people quit their jobs in September. 100,000 more people. I don't see this trend slowing down in the short term. Who knows? At some point, the musical chairs are going to slow. It doesn't show any signs of that right now. Why? Incentivized by record wage gains and other attractive terms. You remember me saying earlier in the program that companies are in a bidding war. That's great for you folks. I mean, it's not just higher wages they're offering. They're offering crazy benefits. Hybrid work models, work from home, some in the office. Hey, you want to work from home? We're all in as a company. We'll offer you that. More vacation, more mental health days, partial, full tuition reimbursement. Unbelievable stuff. And so people are moving. They're just saying, hey, it's time. I mean, we saw this in real estate, right? Hey, I got to jump on this. Well, but here's what's interesting. While this is a hot time, companies are having a hard time because they're fighting for the talent. There are more jobs available. So we still haven't solved this issue where we got companies trying to hire, but there's not as many people. Even with these record numbers, there's a huge gap because there's about 8.2 million people, 8.1, somewhere in that range, I believe, in unemployment. So what does that mean for you? It means that if you get your stuff together, you use all the tools here on the Ken Coleman Show, you get clear. If you got to get the Get Clear Career Assessment, get absolutely clear. You know what you want to do. And you think you can level up and get an opportunity. But I'm telling you, it better be on purpose. Here's why. You have heard many people call on the show and say, and we've had it in the last week, Ken, I took a job. I got a promotion. I got a bigger paycheck. But it is not what I thought. It's not working out. Now, listen to me. Don't think for a second that companies won't wink, wink, and tell you what you want to hear. I saw something hilarious on social media this week. I should have saved it and given it to you, Nathan, to put on the screen. But it was kind of trending. We could probably find it. But it's basically the sentiment that you keep asking me for references. I'd like to talk to 3 of your employees who are actually happy. It's kind of a little bit of a flip. Like, hey, I want to talk to 3 people in your company before I decide to come work here. That's where we stand right now. And so, listen, companies are going to tell you what you need to hear. That doesn't mean they're going to deliver. You better do your homework. Is it a healthy culture? Do they care for people? And for heaven's sakes, don't take a higher paycheck but not be in your sweet spot, because let me tell you what will happen. The initial high, hey, they want me. They like me. They're paying me more money. That wears off in about 6 weeks. It wears off. Then what have you done? You chase the paycheck. I want you to chase purpose and trust, because I'm right that the paycheck will follow. That's why I wrote the new book, From Paycheck to Purpose. If you're new to the show, it's the brand new book. You can get it right now, the 7 stages that will help you discover and do what you were created to do, and do it at a great level. Chase purpose. The paycheck will follow. I want you to make fat income. I also want you to make great impact, because that's what you want too. This book shows you, guides you, holds you accountable to do it. Go get it, kencoleman.com. All right, that's going to do it for me. Before we get out of here, remember this: you matter, and you do have what it takes. Thank you for joining us. This is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.